Hi everyone, it's Hope. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my 15-minute makeup routine. This is my go-to makeup if I'm getting ready for work, if I'm going to church like I am today, or if I'm just getting ready for the day in general. It tends to not change much. It's pretty much the same routine no matter where I'm going. And the reason why I wanted to share this with you is I've kind of changed up some of my products since you used to watch me before in the past where I had an abundance of products that I would always pick out every week and change it up. Well, my makeup routine now consists of these products and only these products. I don't change them up like I used to, so I use the same products every day. And then I also want to share with you a few products that I've swapped out in my routine to be more of a lower tox makeup routine, I guess. So I have been slowly making the switch over to lower tox makeup and have been trying to stray away a little bit more from drugstore makeup or even high-end makeup that has more of those chemicals in them. I've started to switch out products that are more sitting on my face first and then more of my like mascara and eyebrow gel. Those type of products I've kind of been more last to switch over. I haven't been as concerned about, but really I want to switch over like my face makeup the most because that's the stuff that sits on your skin all day. And many of us know that skin is our largest organ that soaks everything in. So I've been very conscious of like what I've been putting on my skin. And so with this non-tox journey, I have started switching over some skincare items as well as my makeup and then other home and beauty products. So I actually did do a video on easy swaps. If you're interested in the lower non-tox world, I guess. So I will link that video down below if you're curious. I think I included like 15 to 16 easy swaps that you can make today that, you know, the lifestyle doesn't have to be as intimidating as it can seem. And now grab your coffee and let's join in as we start chatting about my 15-minute makeup routine. My hair has the mind of its own right now, so it's just gonna get out of the way. But the only category that I have two products to share with you that I sometimes switch back and forth between is actually foundation. It's not really quite a foundation, but it's kind of a foundation. It's more of like a tinted moisturizer serum with a little bit of coverage. I toggle between these two. I used to use the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. I have gone through 2 or 3 of these, and I really like this product. I would say between this one and the Tower 28 Sunny Days, it's just a tinted sunscreen, their coverage is very similar. I think the Tower 28 might have a little more coverage than the Ilia, but also they're like so similar. I like them both. I toggle between them both. The reason why I swapped to Tower 28 is because I wanted to try other brands, but also it's a little bit cheaper than the Ilia one. The Ilia one is close to $50 and I have a hard time spending that I don't know if I'm using it every day. I probably go through one every 6 months. So I switched over to Tower 28 because of that, but I like them both. I'm going to use the Tower 28 one today because I'm actually very low on both of these, but the Ilia one is like pretty much gone. This is the one that I've been using most days, like every day. So that's why I want to share with you this one because it's been my routine lately. This one has SPF 30. The Ilia one has SPF 40. If I'm going to be outside, this is not only likely going to be the only sunscreen I'll put on my face, but it's nice because then every day I just have something and I don't really have to worry about it. Underneath this foundation on my skin right now, I just have moisturizer on. And the nice thing about this one is I can just squeeze it out like this and just draw it on my face and it makes it super easy. And I have the shade 15 Melrose in this one, which is more my winter shade. If I repurchase it in the summer, I would have to get a little bit of a darker shade, and then I just go in with my IT Cosmetics. This is just their foundation flat brush. I think the label's worn off, but I've been into foundation brushes lately over sponges because when I use products like this, if I use a sponge, it tends to take away from the coverage and there's not much coverage to begin with. But I like that. I like the whole purpose of it is to not have super full coverage so that as it wears off, it's not as big of a deal. But I mean, this is what it looks like. I think it actually does a pretty good job. It covers a decent amount, but it's not too much. so it looks natural. I do notice that this one tends to get a little bit oily over time, and I actually am not using a powder right now, so if you have a good lower tox brand powder recommendation, let me know. I found a lot of them are very white, and so I feel like they just don't look as natural. I've never tried them, but that's just what I'm seeing when I've gone in and swatched them at Sephora. So if you have a good recommendation of one that's like not a white, it could be translucent, but even just like a colored one, that'd be awesome. I like not using powder because then it feels like it doesn't, I don't know, powder you can see sitting on the skin often, but it would be nice to have just to, you know, touch up sometime. I'm going to go in with the Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer. I don't use concealer super often, but if I feel like I have a breakout or two that's needs extra coverage, I'll stick it on it. But otherwise, like, I tend to just not even use concealer, but if I'm going to use one, that's the one I go for. Again, if you have any recommendations in any of these categories that you really love, let me know, because I do want to try some out and maybe film a video of me testing them. That's all I do for my base face layer. Then I go in with bronzer. So this is another one that is actually a low tox recommendation. This is Tower 28. Their Sculptino cream bronzer in the shade Getty. I actually hit pan on it, but I just use my small e.l.f. stippling brush, and I try to not be super precise with it because I'm being quick and I feel like you don't need to be super precise. Once you kind of have the line there, it blends out, but you just got to make sure that you keep blending so that it doesn't stay super harsh. But I don't find that this product has a hard time blending in at all. So I just like to do it around the forehead line. I have a mirror down here, so that's why I keep looking down. And then I also take a cream blush. So right now I'm using this Milani cream blush, Cheek Kiss cream blush in Nude Kiss. I am like literally gone out of this, but obviously this one is not a lower tox recommendation. I'm just trying to use up some of my products, so that's also part of this journey, is I'm not immediately switching over. I'm still trying to use up these products and not just like waste the makeup that I already have or the money that I already spent on it. I've had this blush for like 3 years now, so I need to like finish it up, but then I will take any recommendations. I might just buy the Tower 28 cream blush version of their, I think they have the same version of their bronzer as they do for their cream blush, so I might just get that one. The nice thing about cream products too is they seem to last. I mean, I guess powder, blush, and bronzer last a long time too, like you're not buying them very often, but cream especially, it just seems to last forever. I just use the same brush. And that is all I do for face. So then I'm just going to make sure it's all blended out. And then all I do on eyes is a little bit of eyebrow gel. So I do the e.l.f. Wow Brow Eyebrow Gel. This is another one that's not a low tox swap that I've made. And the reason being is that some of these eyebrow gels that are from these brands are like $20 to $30. And for an eyebrow gel, I think personally that is ridiculous to spend money on. I choose to spend $5 on the e.l.f. one. And I don't really have an issue with this one because I don't feel like it's sitting on my skin too much. I brush it through my eyebrow hair, but this is one that I have an easier time not switching over compared to like a foundation type product that's going to be sitting on my skin all day. I don't even go in with an eyebrow pencil anymore. I used to, but I just feel like it makes them look so blocky and it's not necessary. I think an eyebrow gel works good, and I have already nicely shaped eyebrows that I don't need to really fill them in, so I just go in with the gel, and then I curl my eyelashes. I have an eyelash curler from e.l.f. that I use. My mascara I've been using is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Again, I used to buy the Ilia, one of their mascaras. I think they have two different ones. I will link it down below, the one I used to buy. I still really like it, and I would keep purchasing it, but it's, again, $25-ish. So I have a hard time spending that, especially on mascara that you're constantly having to replace every 2 to 3 months. So I'd rather spend the $10 on the Maybelline one. If in a perfect world I could use all low tox items, I would buy the Ilia one. because I think it does a really good job and I really like it. But right now, at this stage of life, I'm just buying the Maybelline one. So I think Maybelline, this mascara has been a long favorite of mine. If you've been around for a while, you'll know. I talk about this mascara for years. I am a little bit surprised that it still retails for like $10 though, just because it's one of those products. I feel like when there's mascaras that have been out for a while, after they've been out for a while, they just kind of decrease in price a little bit, but man, this one has not. I am team get mascara all over your eyelid, not on purpose, but I just do it. And then I need to go get a Q-tip so I can clean up my lids. One moment. And then the only thing that I put on my lips is Aquaphor. I'm not a lipstick person, never have been, probably never will be, unless it's just like a lip gloss for a wedding or some special occasion, but I just like to do Aquaphor. Okay, so I did have my ring light on just because it's helping with this background camera issue I'm having, but I wanted to show you what it looks like in natural light. I don't think it looks a whole lot different, but that's just what it looks like in natural light. So this is the quick 15-minute makeup routine. I don't even think it took 15 minutes because I've only been filming for 15 minutes and I had to do a whole intro and I've been talking. So this is something that I do really quickly every single day. Pulls me together. It's not too much overdone. It can be worn in so many different places, but I feel like it's an easy thing. I like to use my cream products because I can just whip it on and it's easy and simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any lower non-tox brand recommendations of products down below. I'm very curious of testing some new products. I know that I need to like get a new foundation pretty soon here, so I'm not sure if I'll repurchase the Tower 28 one. There might be other brands that I want to try. I know there's a few different brands out there that I'm curious about, so I'm always on the lookout, but if you have immediate recommendations, I would definitely take them. And I think that is all. So if you are new, I hope you'll subscribe and stick around, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.